So before we start this video, I just want to say that, you know, what you're about to see could be a bit triggering. It is very traumatic. It is very sad stuff. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. Like, this is generally some pretty upsetting shit that I'm about to show you about Casey Kenney. But you know, nobody's really covering it. I get that Casey Kenney wasn't like a top five UFC fighter or anything like that. I get that he wasn't like, you know, setting the world on fire or anything like that. But he's still a contracted UFC fighter, and this is some deeply, deeply disturbing shit. So I'm just gonna show some of the clips here. So this is the first clip that I'm gonna show. I'm not gonna show all of these because a lot of these go really long. A lot of these were live streams that the victim's mother did. So, you know, obviously I'm not gonna show you the whole lives, but I will show you some of the main clips. So here's like the main one right here. And this is the victim's mum actually going to Casey Kenney's house, just because she had been getting text messages, and if you look, she does show the text messages in one of them, and the daughter just kept saying, "Don't text me, call the cops, don't text me," just because obviously in this situation it appears that, you know, Casey Kenney had her phone as well. It seemed to be what the victim was suggesting in the text messages. She kept telling her mum not to, and the mum also said in another video that she had actually deleted some of the texts, like unsent them, so Casey Kenney couldn't see them. But anyway, I'll keep playing the video now.
Casey! Casey?
Yes.
Can I talk to you, please?
Sure. What's up, dude?
You know what?
You just had the police come around.
Yes,
Actually,
I-
I don't want to talk to you.
Please,
I don't want to talk to you.
No,
No, you lied to the police.
No, I want to show you the text messages. No, because Jasmine's over here mad at me. I'm over here
Oh,
thinking...
she really texted me. She said she didn't.
Why would I lie?
I don't know. That's what I'm confused
Please,
about.
just read them.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you here?
Wow.
Jasmine! What happened to my daughter? What the fuck happened to my daughter? This fucking faker! What happened to my daughter, you motherfucker? What happened to my daughter? What the fuck did you do to my daughter? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's you! What did you do to her today? Oh my god!
So, you know, as you can see, that's some fucking disturbing stuff. Obviously, the mother has just seen her daughter beaten up because the dogs came out, and then obviously Casey Kenney's gone to go get the dog and open the door wide up, and then her daughter's come to the door, and she's obviously, you know, a bit battered and bruised. I've seen a lot of people saying, because there is another clip where you can see her daughter. I believe it's this one. Oh shit. I'm not going to play the audio for this one because, you know, not really anything of note is said. I think this is just her talking to her daughter, but I'm just going to talk over it right now. So yeah, she pretty much she's seen her daughter battered and bruised, and I've seen people saying, well, she doesn't even look that beat up, which you'll see in this video, the daughter. But in another video, she does mention that her daughter was mostly strangled and choked, which would make a lot of sense. Casey Kenney was never a striker; he was pretty much a grappler. Uh, so yeah, a lot of people saying, yeah, she doesn't even look that beaten up. If a UFC fighter hit a woman, you'd be able to know. But she still obviously is very clearly got bruises and looks a bit beaten up. Uh, yeah, I think he'll go on to her in a second. Obviously, a lot of these were live streams by the victim's mother, so on your laptop as well, you can't like go to the direct spot. But yeah, this is just like horrible, horrible stuff from Casey Kenney. And I'll show another clip after this where it doesn't just appear that he's, hitting her and doing all this stuff, but it also seems to suggest he's also stalking her, which is just like, like it's already bad enough that he's hitting this poor woman, abusing her and everything, but he's also not like he's also gone on to stalking where it's just like this guy is just borderline fucking evil. I know they're allegations. You could say they're allegations. Okay, I think I've gotten the wrong clip. Alright, I apologize for that. Sorry, there is a lot of. This might be the one. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. But I've gone through all of these. A lot of these videos, they sort of have like the same thumbnail when you click on them because there's just that many of them as well. That's another thing. I don't want to mispronounce Esfer. I think that Esfer Reyes. That's her name. There's just that many. Apparently, it's been 3 times now the cops have been called on Casey Kenney for domestic abuse. It's just I don't know. And I see a lot of people saying, well, why does your daughter keep going back? Why does your daughter keep going? Do none of you fucking idiots know any shit about domestic abuse? You can't just leave your domestic fucking abusing partner. It doesn't work that way. Like, it doesn't work that way, man. Like, unfortunately, you can't just leave a crazy person and they're just you expect them to leave you the fuck alone, right? Yeah, I don't know, it's fucking horrible stuff. I think I'm gonna just go onto the Twitter because I think that would just make things a lot easier. Okay, right. So yeah, obviously there was this clip. This is one of the clips. I guess it will be easier for me to just get a hold of the photo of her on. I think you can see it somewhere on here. Okay, yeah, here's Casey Kenney. I don't know, obviously this is after the first confrontation that I showed where she passed out. I think this was the same day. He's smiling, he's waving, he's just, I don't know, being a dickhead. There's the victim right there. Obviously, you can tell she's got a bruise right under her eye. That's obviously a bruise. Looks like maybe a forehead bruise as well. And like the mother mentioned in one of the clips, it was mostly strangulation and choking that he had done. But he obviously had hit her as well. She did say that he hit her, but I don't think it was like, I don't think he was just mostly hitting her. I think he was just like strangling her and all that sort of stuff, which is just fucked up. I don't think it was in like a, in that sort of way with the choking stuff. I think this was like genuine fucking violence where he probably could have fucking killed her. I don't know. It's a fuck situation. I know obviously these allegations, but just the amount of proof that there seems to be against Casey Kenney is fuck. Now I don't think she shows. You don't really get a good look at the daughter's face again. The reason I'm not playing the audio on this is there's not really much. It's just mostly, I guess you can hear her daughter saying like, I told you not to text me, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this just, unfucking fortunate stuff. This is rough. And then I just wanted to play another clip that nobody has really spoken about, but it's a clip where, you know, apparently Casey Kenney's been like fucking putting a GPS or some shit to track her location. I'll play that clip right now.
So if I go to your phone, it rings maybe too.
I think they were on your computer.
Huh?
I think when I was beeping, it was on your computer.
Which also worth noting is he always finds the car. She works in a huge mall. The garage is huge. She parks in different places. He always finds it. So he's obviously got like a GPS tracker. Maybe he downloaded some app on her phone or something. But yeah, that's just disturbing in itself that he's like fucking following her everywhere she goes and finding her car. I know she says that she could be anywhere, but I think she also mentions that she might leave her phone in there. It's most likely under the car. I'm not quite sure. It's still, there's an easy way to get trackers.
Is there like an app that you could download?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know.
Touch me.
You should try it under here. Like underneath the car top.
If it's not touching each other, I feel like it's not gonna be. I feel like I just need to get scanned.
One of this metal detector will help too. I found in my car there's like a little black speaker. Try your trunk too. Oh my god.
Cause look, it's not even beeping on the phone.
I think it was on your computer.
Because it was just beeping on the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, you sort of get the gist of it though. It seems like he's stalking, he's abusing. You know, obviously there's going to be some manipulation in there. It's just horrible stuff. And now I know some people might say, well, maybe it's not Casey Kenney. I mean, obviously she's quite literally wearing the Reebok fucking clothes, like she's wearing the UFC pants and stuff like that from when Casey Kenney last fought. But also, I mean, obviously she quite literally fucking, you know, tagged Casey Kenney, and he's gone private as well on his Instagram since then. Like, maybe you should provide even a smidge of evidence. There's so much fucking evidence. Like, it's quite literally Casey Kenney. Now, maybe it's, you know, you could maybe argue it's not true, but I think at this point, like, there's that much evidence where it would have to be a whole ass fucking conspiracy theory to have, I don't know, you'd have to be pretty good fucking actors to be able to pull this one off. I think it's more than likely true. I'm not going to say it's definitely true. Legally, I guess I can't say that. But it does seem to me that there is a fucking high likelihood. But, you know, there's a video here where she goes to the police station. But it seems like her daughter, obviously, with domestic relationships, domestic abuse, sorry, you're not gonna go and report the guy who's fucking beating you and, you know, all that shit. It's just, it's a toxic relationship, and it never, you can't get out of it easy. It's like people are acting like, well, doesn't she just not go near him anymore and all this stuff, but it's not that fucking simple with domestic abuse. Like, I don't know, it's a horrible thing, but Casey Kenney seems to be a piece of shit. You know, there's no sugarcoating it. Yeah, the guy just seems like a dirtbag. Stalking, abusing. She just needs to fucking get a restraining order or something against him. Now, what does the UFC do in this situation? I obviously think they have to fucking cut Casey Kenney, man. He hasn't fought for 3 years anyway, so like it's not really a fucking loss. I mean, I don't know. The cunt needs to fuck off. Either they cut him or they have him fucking fight Tom Aspinall on short notice. You know, open weight. Let's have Tom Aspinall versus Casey Kenney. Fuck it, why not? And then after Tom Aspinall knocks him out, then he has to fight Alex Pereira. And then after he fight Alex Pereira, then they should make him fight Dricus Duplessis, and then they should make him fight Jack Della Maddalena at welterweight, and then at lightweight they should make him fight Dustin Poirier, and then featherweight they should make him fight Ilya Poirier. They should just keep going down every weight class until he's been battered by everyone at every weight class, until he's like, you know, he just gets smacked up by the women fighters. Because yeah, this is generally some fucked up shit though. Like, there's no jokes here. You can't really make any jokes about this situation. It's a very serious, very disturbing situation with Casey Kenney. But I'm covering it. I don't give a fuck. If I can help some way possible to, I don't know, get fucking Casey Kenney off the streets. I know that sounds very dramatic, but this guy should not be in fucking human society. Because he's obviously, it's just, I don't know, there's so much evidence for the guy. I mean, yeah, I don't know, it's fucking disturbing. The UFC have to do something about it though. It's not something where you can just like, I don't know, I mean, these are the guys that fucking, you know, there was no punishment for John Jones after he beat his wife. So I can't imagine much is going to happen, but I hope if he does come back, I hope they give Casey Kenney the most fucking nightmare matchup possible. Like, I hope they give him, who's like a fucking tough matchup from a bantamweight. Like, I hope they, like, I mean, he's already been fucking whooped by Murat, but they don't have like Casey Kenney first, like fucking, oh, what's that? Vinicius Oliveira. They should have him fight him. His takedown defense looked pretty good against Ricky Simone. Have him fucking knee him in the head. That'd be pretty good. But I don't know. I don't think he's ever going to fight again. He's probably going to be in the fucking slammer. I just hope this doesn't turn into like a Chris Benoit situation. Because it does seem like it's just getting worse and worse. Just hopefully the victim, she stays away from Casey Kenney. I know it's easier said than done when you're in a situation like that. But hopefully she gets all this shit from his house. There's no reason to go there. And I don't know, restraining order. I don't know the rules and laws and stuff like that in Arizona or even the US, but I know in Australia, if somebody's doing this sort of stuff, you can get an AVO against them and, you know, get them to fuck off. But yeah, I don't know. This is just a, I don't know, troubling situation. I know there's all them memes for years like, where's Casey Kenney? Well, like, fucking hell, I wish we didn't know where Casey Kenney was. I mean, I wish we had a fucking website where we could know where Casey Kenney is. Because obviously the man's a fucking, it's harmful to society and fucking women. Yeah, I don't know, just horrible situation. Maybe it doesn't turn out to be true, but I just, like I say, it's the allegation, the evidence really is there. Unless he comes out with a counter argument to all this that maybe proves this wrong, but with all this evidence, I mean, it's not fucking rocket science to think that, you know, he's obviously not a good guy and he's obviously doing bad things. But yeah, I just wanted to cover this. I've reached out to the victim's mother and to see if I could get some like more evidence, because there was a video where she talks about how Casey Kenney's been sending threatening voice messages to her daughter as well. I was hoping maybe I can get some evidence or anything like that, but if she doesn't reach out, I understand. It's a very like serious situation. It's not like something you want to turn into a spectacle, which I do understand, but she does put out a lot of this evidence, so if I could help in any way, then I'm down, because yeah, it's a horrible situation, and it's just not a good look for MMA in general. It just seems like so many pieces of shit are involved in MMA, so many women beaters. But yeah, that's pretty much all I think I got to cover on this case. Maybe I'll make a follow-up if anything comes out. But yeah, Casey Kenney, all I know is Casey Kenney's account's private now. Just, you know, which is not something a fucking innocent man would do. You'd think he'd come out and say, you know, these allegations are bullshit, I approve for this, but he's sort of just gone quiet. I don't follow him, so I can't see what he's been posting, if he's made an update, but he has gone private. But I don't know, maybe more will come out. The victim's mother, though, she has put out a thing that she's going to do an update soon, so I guess we'll see what happens there. But yeah, just all around shit situation. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. So yeah, just make sure you like this video, share it, and if anyone's got any update on Casey Kenney, just please just leave it in the comments. But yeah, you know, obviously not a, like I mentioned before, it's not a video where you can make really any light-hearted jokes about it. Casey Kenney just looks like a smug piece of shit in the video, where he's like, you know, smiling and waving and fucking, like, yeah, it's just traumatic as well, just for a mother to see her daughter like that as well. It's just horrible. But yeah, hopefully the daughter gets some help. Maybe she'll need some therapy. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm being dramatic here, but it's, you know, it's not something. I know victims of domestic abuse, it can fuck them up for the rest of their lives with a lot of this stuff, especially relationships moving forward. But yeah, I hope she can get her life figured out and, you know, overcome this. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.